I know you've probably seen it. The couple whose affair got exposed on social media. It's everywhere, right? And we're drawn to it. Do you ever wonder why it's like we can't take our eyes off of it? Well, I'm going to challenge you to not only look away, but to look inside. So, we're going to answer the question, what lessons can we learn from the affair that was exposed on social media? This video is for you. If you've gotten caught up in the frenzy, but you still know there is something deeper that is getting your attention. And I'm going to answer 3 parts of this. Why are we drawn to scandals? How is God grieved by more than this betrayal? And how can we become more self-aware when deeper issues are going on? We've got a lot, I know, but just buckle up and let's make it happen today. Okay, about those scandals, why are we drawn to it? So I have a German word for you. Oh boy, can I pronounce it? Schadenfreude. Oh boy, I messed it up. Okay. And I'll just let you look it up. Or hey, I will put it in the notes here. So this German word means pleasure derived from another person's misfortune. Little sick, isn't it? Morbid curiosity, that's when we are fascinated by these disturbing, sometimes gruesome and tragic situations. Hey, it happens all the time. Of course, those terrible floods that took place in Texas, and our eyes just keep scanning the news for more information. Moral outrage. We want to condemn that behavior that violates our values. Wow, it just rises up within you. Public shaming, people just rally together to humiliate and punish without knowing the full context. Rubbernecking, hey, you may have done this with an accident, right? Driving down the road and you see a car pulled over and you're like, just can't stop looking. We are pulled to the wreckage, and unfortunately this is personal and emotional and social wreckage. But psychologically, and this is the one you've been waiting for me to explain, we are tied to a human desire to understand the danger and understand death, however it happens. And we are doing this from in a safe way from a distance, which makes it easier to process. So there is some light at the end of the tunnel, even if we have these tendencies that are a little concerning. How does this grieve God? Well, 100% the affair is heartbreaking. There is no way around that, and so much ripple effect with these families and the lives that have been disrupted, derailed, close to destroyed. It's big. It's big. But I have to tell you, when private fantasies are acted out, which is quite possible what has happened here, it reflects an inner need that is deeper. And this is where we might miss things. And when we choose to meet those inner needs all on our own and we don't bring it to God, that says that we don't trust God. That is where we grieve Him. When we say yes to our selfish ways, it is an automatic no that we're saying to God. So this whole situation is not just about the behavior that we saw. It's about the broken trust and missed intimacy with God. We miss out on the way that God wants to love us and shower His goodness on us. So this thing was exposed, but there are deeper issues going on. What self-awareness lessons can we learn? Well, first of all, I want to challenge you to do a heart check. and find out what needs are going on inside of you. We don't want you to end up in a situation like this. So if you can do this work, then we can avoid scenarios that might end up in an affair. These are some of the questions for you to push through with. Are you feeling lonely in your relationship? Are you tempted to seek validation and attention elsewhere? Are you craving to be seen and known and loved? And these are all real needs, and there's no shame in feeling these needs. It's what you're going to do with them that makes a difference. Also, trying to escape pain, it's normal. It's something that's sort of human nature, but escaping the pain will not bring you healing. It will not bring you wholeness. You need to be in God's presence and His truth and His love to bring the healing. Here's the second thing that I want you to do. I want you to check up on how you show up in your relationships. You are the only one that manages you. That's good news and bad news, right? It's a little scary doing these things, but because it's on your plate, I know God has made you able to do this. So, deep questions for you to ask. Am I tolerating disrespectful behavior? Do I think staying quiet is keeping the peace, whereas actually it's growing into resentment and distance? This is in your relationship. Think about the relationship you're in right now, a serious relationship, your marriage, that kind of thing. This is where we are really wanting to focus. Am I shutting down my own emotions? Do I know how to share what's going on inside of me in a way that my spouse can respond to so that we can bond and face it together? This isn't just venting and telling them everything that you have left in your mind. No, it's a way to communicate that includes your spouse, and it's a drawing from each other. And here's my last question for you to consider. Do I show up authentically, or am I hiding and holding back? Yeah, that's a real thing. Now, what's worse than that? Well, I have the biggest truth bomb for you. If you don't know how to manage your emotions, you're not safe to be around. I have to say that again. If you don't know how to manage your emotions, you are not safe to be around. I'm sorry. It's absolutely true. And this is the best possible time to have a wake-up call. So a third round of tips and instructions for you. Do some finger pointing at yourself before any situation becomes questionable. I need you to know the signs of an emotional affair. It usually starts with your own low self-esteem, a victim mentality, and poor communication skills. Listen, I know I'm packing a lot in here. Make sure that you check the transcription, or you can always contact me if you would like more notes on this so we can work through this together. It could be that you want one-on-one time with me as a relationship coach to help you process this, and I would be honored to do that with you. I'll put a link below that you can have a complimentary discovery call to see if working together is a good fit. What else do I need you to consider? All of these scenarios about low self-esteem, victim mentality, poor communication skills, they are yours to manage and no one else's responsibility. The good news is all of those things, every one, it's a relationship tool or skill that you can learn. And what is your very first step? Even after hearing some of these scary ideas, ask God to show you how He sees you through His eyes of love. Wow, that can change everything. And be ready to let Him restore your identity. And what is your identity in God? He loves you. You are His child. He wants to be there for you so that you don't feel alone. Also, you need to choose to agree with and to walk in what God says. He's done a huge work for you, but you are invited to partner with Him. Now, I know that you want to be healed and you want to walk in wholeness. So these are the steps that you can take. This is your wake-up call. It's been blasted all over social media, so let's make the most of this. Once again, if you feel alone in this process, check the link below, set up a discovery call. We can find out if working together is a good fit. Thanks so much for joining me. Remember that God's design for a thriving marriage is an intimate connection in spirit, soul, and body.